Hello, let's do the New York Times games for Tuesday, November 18th. All right, I'm seeing types of tomatoes. You have a Roma tomato, a grape tomato, a cherry tomato. Is a plum tomato a thing? I'm not sure. I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes on their own. I like tomato-based sauces, but just chunks of tomatoes, not my favorite. Seeing last names of actresses, you have Emma Stone, Halle Berry, Hilary Swank. Who's Madison? I'm sure there's an actress with the last name Madison. I can't think of the first name, though. So that could be a category. Someone's a clown, they're a riot, they're a joker, they're a laugh. This is just somebody who's funny. And then I think purple is probably spot, place, site, and needlepoint. Okay. I think I saw all these categories. If I'm right about this, I'm assuming this is purple because we're taking the last parts of words. That was one that just popped out to me, so let's try that. All right, ending in synonyms for location. There you go. I'm assuming if this is last names of actresses, I don't know who Madison is. I'm sure once I hear that name, I wish they would tell you what the first name is, if this is it. But I'm assuming, or once I hear it, I'm sure I'll know it. Best Actress Oscar winners. Okay, let's look it up. Madison, Best Actress. Mikey Madison. She won her Oscar for Best Actress for her role in the film Anora. Okay, I never saw that. Seems like something pretty recent. 2024, yeah. I just haven't been watching a ton of recent movies. Okay, I don't recognize the name, so I was wrong about that. But it was the only one that seemed like another last name. All right, maybe the types of tomatoes I think is probably green. Let's try that. All right, kinds of tomatoes. And then this is just somebody who's a clown, a joker, a funny person. There you go. Okay, that one was super quick, super fast, which is a good thing because it's getting late. Okay, let's see what they give it difficulty-wise. 2.3. I found it easier than that, but I can see that. Like, if you don't know the actresses' last names, if that doesn't stick out, it's going to be tough. And the purple, the parts of words things can always trip some people up, so I can see it being a little tricky. All right, let's check the bot. Okay, 3 out of 5 difficulty, 63%. Biggest category, I think this is the third day in a row where the biggest category is losing. All right, 99 skill score. 1 in 91 is not unique at all for a reverse rainbow. 17% of winning games are getting purple first, so that's quite a bit. Grape, or not grape, tomatoes is far and away the highest for first. Yellow I can see being a little tricky because joker and clown are used in nouns in that way, but calling somebody a riot or a laugh isn't used as common. So like riot and laugh are seen more as actions, verbs, but you can call somebody a riot, you can call them a laugh. But I can see why that one might be a little tricky. Let's check ever. Okay, but forever yellow overtakes green. And then there's a bit of a drop down to purple and blue here. All right, so 12% is just getting nothing. Then your typical yellow, green, yellow, green sort of thing. Interesting, the next biggest category in the losing games anyway is yellow, purple. Blue doesn't show up in here at all. So basically, if you don't know the actresses, you lose. All right, let's check the mistakes. Grape, berry, plum, cherry. Oh, I didn't even consider that. I did not even consider that. I saw Roma and I immediately thought tomatoes. And that just put me in the mind frame of tomatoes. I didn't even think of just jams or fruits. Things with pits, a stone, a grape, plum, cherry. Do grapes have pits? They have seeds. Putting swank in instead of riot? I can see leaving out right for something else, but not for swank. Or really anything else. All right, on to the mini. All right, coarse woolen fabric often used to make jackets. I'm not sure. Alternative rock band with the album Yankee Hot Hotel Foxtrot. I don't know. Perfect. Ideal? Hopefully that's right. Americana or country? Music? Genre? I'm not sure which one they want. Wicked cool, man. Okay. Tiny bit of kindling. Twig? More extensive. Kagan on the Supreme Court. Oh, what's her first name? I can't remember. Birthday greeting that doesn't require an envelope. Man, this is bad. Fruit company that once owned the entire island of Lanai. Dole? Tweed, maybe, for coarse woolen fabric. That makes sense. Alternative rock band with the album Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. I don't know. I'm guessing this is genre. Okay. All right. More extensive. Wider, probably. Kagan. Evelyn? What? Elaine? No, that's how you spell Elaine. What? Birthday greeting that doesn't require an envelope. Birthday greeting that doesn't require an envelope. I'm not sure what they want there. I'm not... Rad. Rad for wicked cool, man. Okay. Elena? Maybe? Hopefully? Birthday greeting that doesn't require an envelope. In what? What is this word? Gerard, a guard? A sword? Do I know what this word is? What would this be? Alternative? I'm not sure if Elena is right. For Kagan. All right, I'm going to use the checker. It's already 2.5 minutes. All right, everything is correct. I'm assuming that's an L, hopefully. Birthday greeting that doesn't require an envelope. An art, a bard, a vard, a card, e-card. An electronic card is called an e-card? I don't think I've ever sent one of those before. Wilco. I've never heard of that band. Wilco? Okay. Oh, that was really horrible. I should have got Tweed. Ideal. Oh, I thought genre, but I also thought it could just be music. I thought it'd be more generic than that. And then Twig. I don't know why I couldn't remember her first name, but E-Card just threw me off. Just completely threw me off. All right, on to Pips. Okay, what do we have? 3? We have 3 zeros. Okay, so we could go probably like this, and then 0, 6, 6, 2, and then the 4s are going up top. If I could grab it. All right, 12 seconds. Very good. Nice. On to medium. All right, this has to be a 6 and a 5. We have 1, 6. So this 6 is definitely going down here. Whether it's going here or here, I don't know. What do we have 4 of? We have 4 2s. Okay, so the 2s are probably going in here. Do we have anything that equals 5 on its own? Because we don't have 5 2s, so we can't go up here. Well, we could. We could go like 2 0 or something. We could go 2 0. Actually, you know what? Oh no, I was about to say this is the only one, but we have a 1 4. But this has to be equal, so this can't be the 1 0 because then the 0 2 would have to go over here. Actually, you know what? That works. That works. Now that I think about it, because we could just do this. So let's try that. I feel like the 2 2s are going to have to go up here like this, and then maybe the 2 5. Nope. The 2 5 has to go down because we only have 1 5. So this is going to have to go like this. This is going to have to go like this. This is going to have to go like this. We have an equals here, so this is going to be the 4 3. The 6 3 is going to go over here, and then the 6 1 is going to go right here. All right. I think maybe I should have noticed that we only had 1 5. I knew we had 1 6, but I didn't think to check how many 5s we had. That would have made this a lot easier because that would have forced this 2 right here and then the 2 2 up here. So, yep, that was not great. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great either. All right, on to hard. And we're looking like a 9 today. Okay, this has to be a double. What do we have a double of? Do we only have... We have 5 5 and 3 3. Okay. This is going to have to be the 5 5. Nope, never mind. I was about to say the 3 3 has to go up here, but we have another 3. That doesn't mean that this can't be the 3 3. All right. All right, this could be the 3, 4. And then this would have to be a 5. Do we have another 4? We do. So we could go 5, 5 here and then 2, 4 this way. That works. This would have to be the 3, 3, I think. Oh, we also have a 2, 2. I didn't even notice the 2, 2. The 2, 2 makes a lot of sense in here because most of these 9s we're going to need more than 2s, but it could go in here. This is 5 squares. So that works. We don't have any zeros. That's interesting. I'm just going to put the 2, 2 down here. Actually, you know what? I feel like the 2, 2 is going to go in here. We don't have a ton of small numbers. All right, this has to equal 9 with something sticking out here. So this has to be 5, 4, 6, 3. We don't have any 4s left. So this would have to be 6, 3 over here. So we could just leave the 6, 2 sticking out here and then go 3, 3 like this. That works. This would have to then be the 2, 2 at that point. All right, this equals 7, so these other 3 would have to equal 2, which we can't do. Can't be done. All right, maybe we go 2, 1. Wait up, no, that doesn't work. All right. Let's start over. We don't have any zeros. So this has to average just over 2 for these 5. So this is actually going to have to be a lot of small numbers. Like we can't even do 5 2s because that would be 10. So there's going to have to be, this 1 is definitely going to have to go in here, whatever this one is. So I'm guessing the entire thing goes in here. So that's 3. This could still be the 3, 4 up here. Is there any way to put the 1, 2, and the 2, 2 in here? Like, could we arrange this like this? We could. That would mean the 3 would have to go point this way, and these would both have to equal 9 on their own. Do we have any dominoes that equal 9 all on their own? We don't. So this layout doesn't work. So we're going to need a domino here, domino here, domino here, which means whatever this domino is, there's going to have to be one right here. So I kind of like that one right there. And then maybe the 2, 2 up. This would have to equal 7 on its own, which we have a 5, 2. This works. 2, 6 down. This would have to be the 3, 3, 5, 5. What is this? We have 2, 2, 2. That's 6, 7. Okay, this would be 2, 4 over here. Darn it. This 5, 6 doesn't work. But the 5, 5 does. But now we don't have an equals in here. Ah, I thought I was onto something there. This does equal 9, right? Yeah, it does. This makes a whole lot of sense right here. Do we have another domino that equals 7? We do. This could go over here. And then the 3, 3 could go up here. And then we could go 6, 5 down. Ooh, I might have fixed it. I might have fixed it. I didn't fix it because I still need a 3 in here. Darn. Oh no, we could do this and then this. I think I got it. Okay. Well, at least I didn't have to completely start over again. There isn't an obvious just starting point here. I mean, the 5, 5s, you think you want to use them in these 9 cages, especially the ones where there's only 2 numbers. You think you're going to need that, so you don't really want to put that one down there like that. But then you also have to realize that we have this like 5 cell cage here that has to equal 9, so you need all the small ones up here. So you kind of have to play those off of each other. Do you want the 5s for the 2 cell cages, or do you want the small numbers for this one? Although the one I was putting down here, the 3, 3 ended up here. So yeah, I just didn't place them correctly at first, but it wasn't obvious, you know. All right, if you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe and a comment if you would be so kind. I'm closing in on 1,000 followers here on YouTube, and I'd really like to get there. So yeah, if you could do me a favor, do all those things, and let me know how you did on all the puzzles today.